Looking at exploring circle graphs, and what we're going to start with is what is a circle graph. So we're going to keep it real simple. I think most of you have seen one before. Some people refer to it as a pie chart. That is fine also. So we're going to say that a circle graph is data that is displayed in a circle. So you need to look at that data and try and figure out what is it telling us. Okay. So one thing we need to remember is that the whole circle is going to be 100%. So for example, here we have this green circle, so the whole circle represents 100%. This green represents the percentage of students that enjoy Mr. Smith's math class, of course. What percentage enjoy Mr. Smith's math class? 100%. There we go, like we said. So the green represents that, and it is 100%. Enjoy Mr. Smith's math class there, okay? So let me just bring this down here. It says the circle graph above is missing parts that an appropriate graph should have. So what should be included? So let's go back here. If you were just to look at the circle all by itself on a page, you'd be like, okay, we have a green circle. It doesn't really tell me much. What do we need to know? What information does a circle graph have? So pause the video, see if you can come up with some ideas of what you think needs to be on it to be able to give someone the data that they need to understand what you're showing them. Okay, so let's look. Title. Absolutely, you need a title, and then you also need legend or sector labels. Okay, I'm going to give you another example here. So here's an example of a circle graph, and it says the title tells you your favorite the favorite types of movies. Okay, I could make the title. I would make the title probably a little bit more accurate, being like these are the favorite type of movies from ages 10 to 20 or something like that. But this is just generally telling us favorite types of movies, and you can see there's not a legend there, but we do have these sector labels, okay? So this pie chart is broken up into all these different sectors here, and now I can look and see, oh, look at that, the comedy is made up of 20%, the sci-fi is made up of 20%, drama only 5%, romance really high, 30%, and action is made up of 25%. All right, so this does tell us what we're looking at and tells us what each of these sectors' percentage is. Now, if we didn't have the percentage and we just had the names action and comedy, sci-fi, drama, and romance, you could still interpret the graph and say, well, the least favorite genre of movie is drama, and the most favorite is the romance. Okay, so even without numbers or percentages, you could still interpret it and find out some sort of general information about it. Okay, let's look at another one. This is, check this out, the language composition of Australia. There you go. So this one is made a little bit different. It has a title there, explains to you what the graph is showing. And instead of doing the sector labels, we have a legend in it, okay? So it's color-coded, and you can see in the legend here, the colors tell us what each language is. So 79% is in blue, so the language composition of Australia is 79%. If we look over at the red, Chinese language, only 2%. It's made up of Chinese. Again, the Italian is only 2%, and other languages, 11%, and then 6% is unspecified. So that does give us some good information there. Again, if we didn't have the percentages, we generally have an idea, but the percentages give it to us more precisely. Okay. And then here's another type of one. This is more of a 3D fancy pie chart here. And the title at the bottom, it says the browser usage on Wikimedia, October in 2011. So it was a little while ago, but here's the ones that they had. So you can notice it doesn't use a legend, but again, the sectors have labels on them. So Firefox in red here, is the biggest pie piece at 23.6%. Chrome is at 20%. Internet Explorer at 34%, or about 34%. Opera at 5%, and Safari about 11%. You can see Android usage is only at 1.9%, and the others at 3.5%. So it does give us quite a bit of information, a little bit fancier, but all these different types of pie charts work. If you don't put the sector labels on, you can make a legend on the side, and you can include that information there. So here's your 3 different types. There may even be more types that you like, but the main thing is to keep it very clear, concise, and make sure it explains exactly what people are looking at on your chart.